Let's go. I'm bored. Welcome. What do you need? Which one? That dish we got at the restaurant was so delicious.
That one with the potatoes or whatever? Yeah, that was really good.
I want to get that again. Can we?
Of course. Wanna go?
Yeah.
When she gets this close, her chest touches me.
Oh, should I not do this? Do you not like it?
No, it's fine. It's just a little embarrassing.
If you don't like it, I can stop.
No, you don't have to stop.
Really? That's good.
I'm glad that she's more talkative now. but she's also more aggressive, which makes me a little shy.
Yuma, look over there.
Huh?
Lukia, you dummy! I told you to wait! But sis, you just ate some yourself. I wanted to eat some too. I just took a little taste. I didn't take a whole bunch like you.
They're fighting. We should stop them.
I don't know. They're just kids, so it's probably fine. Hey, Marion!
Mom ate this lunch for us, and you ate half of it! But I...
Don't cry. You shouldn't fight. Now make up, you two.
Marion, but it's not my fault. Lukia...
Marion couldn't just stand by and watch, huh? Don't cry, Lukia. And Mir, don't be so upset. There's still half of it left, right?
That's true, but...
You're sisters, so you have to get along. Lukia, apologize to your sister. Tell her you're sorry you ate her lunch.
No, I don't wanna! Why are you so stubborn?
This is difficult. What should we do, Marion? Marion?
Huh? Oh, right.
Is something wrong? You're acting a little strange.
Oh, it's nothing. I'm fine.
Anyway, thanks for your help. We have to go if we want to reach the forest by noon.
All right, be careful. Try not to fight too much, okay? Marion's gone quiet again. What's gotten into her?
We should go too. Let's go back to the inn and have lunch.
Sure. Are those two going to be okay? Lukia still seemed upset.
Sure.
Weren't they just precious, though? Getting into a fight over something like that?
Sure.
Marion?
Oh, sorry. What were you saying?
I was just talking about those sisters from earlier. I wonder if they'll be okay.
Oh, that. They'll probably be fine. Yeah.
Marion, you're acting strange.
You think? I'm the same as ever. I'm fine. Don't worry about me.
I don't buy it. Did something happen? Marion, if something's on your mind, I wish you'd talk to me about it.
Okay, thanks.
Bottling it up inside won't solve anything. I'm happy to listen, if you'd like someone to talk to.
I was just remembering something from my past.
In your past?
Yeah, about Ed. There was a time when we had a fight like those two girls.
Really? You and Ed fought?
Of course, we were siblings. But I can't remember why we fought. It's like it's so far away.
I mean, it was just a fight between siblings, so maybe it wasn't a big deal.
No, I know it was about something important.
Something important, huh? If you were fighting, it can't be a good memory. Maybe you shouldn't force yourself to remember it.
No, it was a really warm, happy, precious memory.
A precious memory? Even though it led to a fight?
Yeah, I know it has to be. But I can't remember. Life at the laboratory was harsh, and I tried so hard to forget it. I don't think I remember much of what happened before then. But for some reason, I remember that fight really well. It was something I was really happy about, but I just can't remember why I was happy.
Marion.
We made up soon after the fight. We were smiling and eating together. I can remember that, but I can't remember why we fought.
You can clearly remember what happened after the fight, but you can't remember the reason you were fighting? Actually, this might be caused by a grimoire distortion.
Really? I don't think I understand.
There's a chance of it at least. We should look into it.
Okay. Thanks, Yuma.
Oh, someone's here. Huh? Genus.
Are the stars aligned or something? I never thought I'd see you here.
Yes. I need to ask you something, Yuma.
Me?
If you need to speak with Yuma, should the rest of us leave?
That is not necessary. You may stay. In fact, I would be most grateful if you gathered the rest of the group.
In that case, I shall summon the others.
Yes, thank you.
Genus looks troubled. I wonder if something happened to him.
I'm curious too. I hope it's nothing bad.
Thank you. I apologize for calling you all here on such short notice.
You must have a very serious problem to bring us all together like this.
Not quite. It's a personal problem. However, I wanted to hear your thoughts.
So timid. This isn't like you, Genus. Do you have a fever?
Well, with everything that's happened, it's understandable that his personality would change. I'm happy he's relying on us.
If that's the case, we'll gladly listen. We've worked together in the past, so let's help each other out again.
We'd love to help, if we can.
I see. Thank you.
No need to thank us. So, what did you want to tell us?
It's about my past.
Your past?
Yes. I want to tell you about a boy I killed.
What?
A boy you... killed?
Ugh, well that turned ugly fast. Who was the boy? Where and when did you kill him?
Calm down, everyone. Let's listen to the whole story. Please, continue, Genus.
Yes, but where to begin? Oh, first, look at this.
A pendant?
It belonged to the boy. I've kept it on me ever since the incident. Many years ago, I met the Shining Dragon in my home village and gained its power by fusing with it.
Your home village. The area currently known as the Lost Garden.
Yes. I spent nearly 100 years there. I fought monsters and protected the villagers. They depended on me as their protector. However, when the number of monsters waned, they began to fear and dislike me.
No.
There was one villager who was kind to me. The boy who gave me this pendant.
That's the boy you killed? But why?
I actually do not know.
What do you mean?
I cannot recall why. That part of my memory is hazy. All I remember is that I killed the boy with my own hands. Then I lost control of the Shining Dragon and destroyed the village. That is all.
Destroyed the village?
I see. So that's what happened to the village.
Genus.
With the village destroyed and the boy dying, I was left with an immense feeling of regret. And this pendant. I had a strong urge to save the world from the catastrophe the Shining Dragon revealed. Since then, I've kept this pendant on me so that I may never forget that feeling, nor the crime I committed.
I see. I never knew something like that happened.
Yuma, I want to talk to you about this crime.
Huh?
I can't remember the reason I killed the boy. Have you heard anything from the Shining Dragon? Have you heard about my foolish mistake? Perhaps as a lesson?
No. He never told me anything like that.
I see. And now we can no longer ask him.
I'm sorry I couldn't help.
No need to apologize. However, my last hope has faded.
Genus.
I wanted you to listen to my story because I wanted to settle my past. Now that we've prevented the catastrophe and saved the world, I thought I could face my crime and understand why I did it. I couldn't have killed that boy who was so fond of me for no reason. There must have been a reason. However, no matter how many times I search my memories, I cannot remember.
Hey, could this be...
A grimoire distortion.
Yeah, I had the same thought.
What? What are you all talking about?
Why don't you come with us? We'll explain on the way.
Yes. Genus's hazy memories do appear to be caused by a distortion.
We were right. I knew it.
Grimoire. So that's the reason for my missing memories.
Huh? Missing memories?
What? Is something wrong?
Yes. The distortion is jumbling his memories, but there shouldn't be anything missing.
Does it really matter? Once we get rid of the distortion, Genus's memories will be back to normal.
Yes. Yuma, everyone, thank you. Because of you, I have hope again.
It's too early for that. You can thank us after we get rid of the distortion.
Yeah, we'll definitely help you out. Let's clear up that distortion and get your memories back.
Everyone, thank you.
I've been wondering, where has Excella been after the war?
Excella? She was granted refugee status by the Astorian Kingdom.
Is she okay?
If you're referring to her well-being, she's fine. We've made sure to treat her kindly despite her past.
Actually, knowing Excella, I wonder if treating her kindly makes it harder for her.
Having lost both Beatrice and her father, she's all alone now.
If you're looking for her, she's out helping restore some of the more war-torn areas.
I think she has a lot on her mind. She feels responsible for the war.
Yeah, she probably can't sit still. I wonder if she's okay on her own.
If you're concerned, you should go see her. The soldiers can tell you where she is.
Okay, I'll go check on her.
Excella, the burden she carries may be heavier than we can possibly imagine.
Okay, the bone has been set. Be careful not to move too much.
Thanks. Hey, you got a classy-looking face. You from a wealthy family or something?
I am not classy. I am burdened with my past sins.
Huh? I don't get it, but thanks for treating me.
No need to thank me. Let me know if it begins to hurt again. You were peeking? That's impolite, you know.
Sorry, I was just wondering how you're doing.
I can do without your pity. Besides, I have much to do here.
That might be true, but
Can we get some help moving this debris? We're looking for the homeowner's valuables.
Wait, I'm on my way.
oh, I'll help.
This shouldn't pose a problem.
You could hurt yourself trying to move something like that. Let me help.
I don't need help.
But
This is nothing. I can easily lift it with Beatrice. Right. Beatrice isn't here anymore.
is it okay if I help you?
Sorry. Yes. Please lend me your strength.
Well, at least they can get inside the house now.
Yes. Now all we have to do is tell the homeowners and have them dig it out.
Did you two move all that rubble by yourselves?
Oh yeah, is this your house?
Yes, sorry you have to do all the heavy lifting. I wish I could help.
Don't worry about us. Please focus on your family over there. It appears that they're injured.
Oh, my husband is nearly recovered. You're not from Astoria, are you? Thank you so much for helping us.
Direct that smile at your family, not at me.
Thank you. Excuse me.
You didn't have to be so short with her.
I cannot accept words of gratitude yet. I must atone for my sins first. Now that we have finished moving the rubble, I will continue tending to the wounded. Will you join me?
Yeah, I'd like to help out where I can. Are you done over there for now?
Yes, it seems so.
Let's take a break. Here, I got us water.
Thank you.
Feel better?
Yes, I'm no longer fatigued. I felt nostalgic when I was caring for that wounded boy.
Nostalgic?
I tended a friend's wounds when I was a child. The Empire was in the midst of a civil war, so I evacuated to my mother's home. The fighting between the royal family was brutal, as all wars are. But for a young child like me, it was hell.
Must have been hard to see your family members fighting each other.
The feud has existed for a long time. The Lombardian Empire has a lot of ambitious people living in it, due to its size. I fondly remember the time I spent in the remote regions, away from the Imperial capital. You see, my mother's home was in Alfheim. Living here now, I'm not sure how to feel.
You used to live here, huh? Maybe we bumped into each other at some point.
That may be possible. There's no way to find out now, though. However, I must continue to live in the present, to atone for my sins.
Don't beat yourself up about it. It's good to accept responsibility, but it's pointless if you end up stressing yourself out.
You are kind to care for a former enemy.
I would never abandon you to struggle with a loss like this, especially when you don't have a home to return to.
I would be lying if I said things aren't hard for me. It's true that I have lost much. If only I still had that pendant my father gave me.
Was it a memento?
Yes, it was given to me when I was young. I kept it on me at all times. Despite having it on me so I wouldn't lose it, it just vanished one day. I'm not sure why.
Were you in the Empire at that time?
Yes, I doubt I will ever see it again.
What kind of pendant was it?
It had a very basic design. You could say it was practical.
Practical? You have interesting taste.
It was a gift from my beloved father. No matter the shape, I wanted to keep it. But it's still a mystery to me. I only lost sight of it for a moment, and then it was gone.
That's really weird. It almost sounds supernatural. Wait, supernatural? If that's the case, then I may have an idea. Excella, have you ever heard of a distortion caused by a grimoire?
A distortion caused by a grimoire? What are you talking about? I see. I didn't know there was such a thing.
You want to check it out?
Are you going to come with me?
Well, I did make you tell me about it. I have to see it through to the end.
That's reassuring. Very well, I will accept your help. But do not be reckless.
Of course.
So weird. This can't be natural.
What's up, Rinna? Something bothering you?
Wait, let me guess. Leston yelled at you for sneaking out to explore ruins on your own again.
You'd think she'd learn.
Hey, I never screw up like that. I plan every time so I won't get caught. This was the perfect crime.
Rinna, should that really be a point of pride?
More importantly, take a look at this. It's a map I found in an ancient ruin.
A map? Well, I don't see anything out of the ordinary.
Yeah, it's almost identical to how we know the local geography now. But look at this modern map next to it.
It all seems the same. Wait, look! This island is just blank space on the modern map.
That's the thing. The old map says there should be an island here, but the newer map shows nothing. Weird, right?
But this is an old map, right? Isn't it normal for smaller islands to sink over time?
I don't know about one island just straight up vanishing, though. And if it sank, the islands around it would look different too, right?
A good point.
It seems unnatural.
I know, and I found another document that says this. All those who visit this land will know joy. We call this island Utopia.
Utopia. Does that mean something?
It's another word for paradise, I'm pretty sure. I guess this was some kind of resort for ancient civilizations? A resort that's like a paradise? Sounds great to me. It'd be nice to go to a place like that, don't you think?
It does sound interesting, but if it simply doesn't exist anymore...
That's the thing! I know a thing or two about my lore and legends, but I've never even heard of an island like that. If they call this place a paradise, you'd think there'd be more stories about it. But this is the first I've heard.
And the whole place vanished? You'd figure there would be a story behind that more than anything else.
Yuma, do you think it's...
Yeah, an island doesn't just disappear like that on its own. This has to be a grimoire distortion.
A lost paradise, is it? Fascinating. But where did you find the documents referencing it?
Tread lightly, Rina, or the jig is up. A lady's gotta have her secrets, Sir Leston.
What do you think, Elfrida? Does this have something to do with a grimoire?
Yes, you're right. The cause of this vanishing isle is indeed a grimoire. I believe if you eradicate the distortion, the island should manifest once again.
So, if we beat this distortion, the island's gonna come back?
That's correct.
Yeah, now we're talking.
I want to go to the resort too. What about you, Yuma?
That could be nice. It's important to take a break from the serious stuff when we get the chance.
Yes, a valid point. Well, if you insist so, Yuma, I shall help you in this.
Wow, Lady Kirika, are you okay? Your face is getting awfully red.
What? No, I mean, I am a perfectly reasonable shade of red.
What's wrong, Excella? You have no interest in this mystery resort?
It's not that, it's just... this sort of atmosphere is a bit beyond me.
Well, better get used to it. You can't just be the cool lone wolf anymore.
Well, then there you have it. I suppose you'll just have to keep up with them as best you can.
I see. I will do just that.
Hell yeah! Come on, we're just a dungeon away from a vacation in paradise.
Forgive me.
Huh? What's wrong, Elfrida?
I do not mean to discourage you all, but there is one important detail I forgot to mention. There is one other condition that must be fulfilled in order to eradicate this distortion.
What kind of condition?
Nothing too complicated. All you have to do is...
What? But that means we'd be powerless.
Come now, Yuma. We've overcome far worse than this. Why would we be powerless against a simple distortion?
But, I mean, that condition is... well...
I beg your pardon?
Are you serious? Holy crap! Powerless is right!
Sorry, we couldn't hear you. Could you repeat that for us? What's this condition?
Well...
Absolutely not.
Brother, what's wrong?
The mission is hereby cancelled. I will not allow this.
An assignment directly from the king? I wonder what it is.
Well, if he needs our help, it's gotta be something big.
Thank you for coming, everyone. We've got a matter of national importance to handle today, so listen up.
Geez, this seems pretty serious. I'm all tense now.
Sonia, if it's for the sake of the kingdom, we'll take on any mission, no matter how dangerous. Just tell us what we have to do.
Okay, I can see you're all taking this seriously. Well, our mission this time is town revitalization.
Which means... what?
Yuma, how do you revitalize a town?
Usually it has something to do with helping the economy of a struggling town, but I don't know if...
Yep, that's it. There's this town called Caribia. It was a famous resort spot back in the day, but it's not as prosperous now. Their fishing industry is keeping the town afloat, but it'll be a ghost town before long. We have to save it.
Hold on. How is this a matter of national importance?
What? You don't think it's important to work for prosperity?
You have a point. But why were we chosen for this mission?
Well, part of it is because there may be some monsters hiding in the town.
I mean, monsters could be anywhere, right? Not just in one little town.
I admit it's kind of outside our usual tasks, but this is an important mission too, and it's harder than you'd think. Even here in the capital, people move away all the time. And it's worse for somewhere like a vacation spot.
When you put it that way, I guess it does sound pretty important.
I dare say we should be happy to get a mission that involves no fighting for a change.
So what exactly are we supposed to do?
I don't know how we could convince people to go.
Well, that's the problem. It's not exactly our specialty.
Hey, Sonia. You said they're surviving on fishing, so that means we're talking coastal? It's on the shoreline?
Yeah, and there's supposed to be a big beach. Though I heard it's pretty empty at the moment.
You have any ideas, Agnum?
Kind of. I just remembered when my travels took me through a village that was having a problem like this. I just threw out a random idea, and suddenly, waves of tourists came crashing in. Now the place is packed.
Uh-huh. That sounds a little too convenient to be true.
What was this random idea?
You really want to know? It might be a little too much for you guys.
Too much? What does that mean?
Well, let me explain. Basically... Hey, you guys ready?
Agnum, I went into this knowing it might be a tough mission, but... Do we really have to be advertising in our swimsuits? In the streets?
Come on, Sonia, keep up. When you think of the ocean, you think of swimsuits, right? Girls in bikinis bring in people, people bring in shops, and shops will bring in trade. That's just economics. See? Not a bad idea to jumpstart a town, right? And you guys are gonna be the trigger for it. Make sense?
I understand, but I wish we didn't have to be out like this in public.
Why? It doesn't seem that bad to me.
I don't mind showing myself off a little, but doing it for advertising feels a little skeevy.
Hey, come on. You guys signed up for this, didn't you?
I guess, but...
What's wrong, Excella? Do you feel sick?
I certainly do feel sick, Yuma. I've been made to trot around in a state of undress. Who could accept this travesty?
Right, sorry.
I know how you feel, but no point complaining. I don't like it, but Agnem might be on the right track.
Well, don't think too hard about it. Just don't think of it as a swimsuit. It's your advertising agent uniform.
Come on.
Of course, there's more people out than usual today.
Well, we've come this far. We can't turn back now. Come on! People of Astoria, the seaside town of Caribia is a great vacation spot. Try going on your next day off.
A vast ocean, sandy beaches, all your wildest dreams and more in sunny Caribia.
All the gorgeous girls hang out on the shores of Caribia. Don't miss your chance to meet a real babe.
We hope to see you in Caribia, the resort town that's full of beauty.
Go to the beach. Or die.
Hey, is that Princess Sonia? She's out here dressed like that.
But she's gorgeous. And look at all the other girls, too.
Yes, there we go. All according to plan.
But, Sonia's glaring at us pretty hard.
There may be dire consequences.
I hate to admit it, but it seems like it's working. If we push a little more... Go with your family. Go with your sweetheart. Caribia's open to everyone.
Princess Sonia. She's so beautiful. Oh, I've never felt more like a patriot.
Me too. I could stay in the capital my whole life and be happy.
Hey, Agnem, Sonia's got everyone's attention, but I'm not sure this is working as advertising.
We'll see. But I think we'll be fine. Look, they can't take their eyes off her.
You think so?
We advertised this much and nobody's going. What's going on?
Hey, it was just a suggestion. Don't blame me if it doesn't work.
What a story. Strolling through the city in nothing but a swimsuit? I wish I could have seen it.
I exposed myself like that for nothing? I want it known that I was against this from the start.
What were we supposed to do? It was embarrassing, but we had a mission.
Calm down, Sonia. You too, Excella. You don't need to be so mad.
I'm still shocked that it didn't work at all. Where did we go wrong?
Were we not loud enough? Did we not hand out enough flyers? Or are we not pretty enough?
I thought it was supposed to be a dream girl, but this turned out to be a nightmare.
Distortion's fault.
Huh? Sorry, what was that?
It's a distortion's fault. This whole swimsuit thing should have worked. There's no other explanation.
Sonia, you're kind of freaking me out. Isn't that a bit of a stretch?
But that has to be it. That's why people aren't going to Caribia. It's gotta be some kind of grimoire thing.
Pardon? Did you say Caribia?
Yeah. We were talking about helping Caribia get back on its feet. What about it?
Come on, Alfreda. A grimoire isn't keeping people from going to Caribia, right?
Really? So what is the problem, Yuma? I'm dying to know.
I mean...
Yes, indeed. It seems like a grimoire is the cause of all this.
Wait, what?
The reason people aren't going to Caribia is because of a distortion from a grimoire.
Seriously?
You know, a long time ago, there used to be a prominent academy right here in the city. It was funded by the state, so all citizens had a free, high-quality education. Many pupils became figures of high distinction.
It is a fine thing to be well-read. It's true what they say. The foundation of every country is the education of its youth.
I believe I've heard of it. They say all Astorian luminaries have that school to thank for their success.
Oh? So word of it even reached the Empire shores. It must have been quite a prestigious institute.
If I remember right, Father, you went to that academy. And Mother did too.
Indeed, yes. That's where I met her, in fact. Oh, you should have seen her. Resplendent in her uniform.
Let's save that story for next time, Your Highness. It kind of sounds like it might go on for a while.
Don't butt in, Agnum. I want to hear it.
You can ask him about it later, Marion. But I don't think I've ever seen a school like that in Marga.
Yes, and there's a reason for that. Some time ago, when I was still young, something strange happened. The entire school just vanished overnight.
Vanished? How does something like that happen?
I'm afraid I have no idea. One day it was there, then the next morning, gone without a trace.
Huh, that's so weird.
What happened to the people inside?
Thankfully, it was empty that night. All students and staff were safe and accounted for. But it was a terrible loss for Astoria. The Academy itself was a vital element of the learning and teaching process.
I suppose that makes sense. You could hardly be expected to retain lessons while exposed to the elements.
And then we were hit with an even greater loss. The school uniforms.
Uniforms?
The students arrived in their own clothes and changed into uniforms for class. But those uniforms disappeared as well. And of course, my darling wife's uniform vanished along with them. Oh, I'll never see her in it again.
King Albert? Why didn't they just try rebuilding the school?
Oh, yes. Of course, we immediately drafted plans to restore it. Once we had the funds and material, we began. But the next day, all we found was an empty plot of land. The building materials had disappeared.
How is that possible?
We tried again and again, and each time it was the same. The workers feared this curse and abandoned the project. In time, we gave up on rebuilding it. Even now, that land is little more than an empty lot.
If it's the school where my mother went, I wish I could see it myself.
What a weird story. It's almost unbelievable.
Yeah, unbelievable is right. I think there's gotta be a reason for it. So what do you think, Elfrida? Does a grimoire have something to do with this?
Well done, Yuma. You're very sharp.
Then I was right?
Yes. The disappearance of Astoria's academy was indeed caused by a distortion from a grimoire.
So if we get rid of that distortion, the school would come back?
Well, that simplifies things. Let's go take out this distortion and get the Academy back.
Calm yourselves, please. There is no need to hurry.
Huh? What do you mean?
Before you can confront the distortion, you'll need to prepare.
Prepare how?
Well, I'm going to need everyone to change into these.
Huh? Is this the uniform? It's so cute!
This is hardly appropriate for battle.
Elfrida, I'm afraid I don't understand. Why do we need these on?
These are school uniforms I acquired from a certain capable merchant. This distortion is centered around a school, correct? If you don't wear school uniforms, you can't clear the distortion.
Huh. Well, that almost makes sense.
I advise you don't think too hard about it. Just treat them as ceremonial outfits.
But these clothes are clearly designed for women. What are we supposed to do?
Apologies. I don't have male uniforms in stock. But as long as you're with someone in uniform, you can at least enter. You won't be able to participate in battle, though, so keep that in mind.
So we can go into the dungeon with them, but we can't help them fight.
It's fine. We just have to fight a little harder than usual. Besides, I want to wear this.
You're really getting into this.
Your Highness! I brought Yuma and the others.
Well done. Welcome, everyone.
Father, what's going on? Did you dismiss all the soldiers before you called us in here?
I can't imagine what you're thinking, King Albert. Summoning an outsider?
Hey, you're not an outsider. Your situation might be a little different, but you're still one of our friends.
That's the first I've heard of it. I'm only here because I was formally summoned.
I confess I have similar reservations. I'm your enemy, at least formally. Should I really be present?
Fear not, Princess Excella. You and Genus are both here as my guests. I intend to treat everyone here equally.
So, why'd you call us all here? Trying to start a sports team?
No, nothing of the sort. Quite the opposite, in fact. It's related to your academic studies.
Studies?
Studies? This is something related to our educations?
That it is. I would like all of you to listen carefully.
I just remembered I have somewhere to be. Academics? Education? Ugh, no thanks.
Sonia, ever since you took up my harmonic, I have been watching you grow and learn. I couldn't be more proud.
Father, you honor me with your words.
Yuma, Dragoneers, we are all fortunate to have such strong warriors fighting on our side.
Thank you, Your Majesty, but I thought you said this was about some kind of education.
Patience, my boy. I'm getting there. Sonia, can you explain what the Dragoneers actually are?
What? I mean, I'm not really sure what you're asking.
I can see how you'd have trouble answering. Nobody has formally taught you about the Dragoneers. I assume it is the same for all of you. You learned how to wield your harmonics by using them in battle.
True. Master Elise was my mentor, but my abilities as a Dragoneer are mostly self-taught.
No one ever taught me how to use my harmonics. I just sort of picked it up as I went along.
Commendable in its own right. There can be no replacement for first-hand experience. Still, don't you think you would better understand the role of a Dragoneer after some formal study?
Formal study?
Indeed. With the proper tutelage, you could grow to become even greater Dragoneers. You have a duty to ensure that this land sees a bright future, and that means passing knowledge to future generations. To that end, I'd like to invite all of you to undertake a course of study from a qualified teacher, as Dragoneers. As for the qualified teacher, well, I shall play the role as best I can.
I see, because you used to be a Dragoneer yourself.
So you intend to teach us valuable information about our duty?
In theory, yes. What do you think? I'm afraid I won't take no for an answer, so I hope you're prepared to learn.
Studying, huh? To be honest, I'm not crazy about the idea. I'm not even a Dragoneer to begin with.
My thoughts exactly. I'm going home. This has nothing to do with me.
Don't say that. Even if you aren't Dragoneers, the study of dragons isn't totally irrelevant to you, is it?
I don't care if I'm a Dragoneer. I'll pass on studying. Not to sound like Rena, but I'm not really into this.
I don't like studying.
Your Highness, you're too kind. Please teach us the forgotten ways of the historical Dragoneers.
Huh. Kirika seems pretty excited.
Yes. I suppose a bit of formal instruction certainly couldn't hurt.
Learning from King Albert himself seems an uncommon opportunity. I expect I might actually learn something.
Ugh, what a bunch of goody two-shoes. I can't believe you want to study.
Father, please. We're ready to start the class.
Now, a bit of patience. I've just arranged for the textbooks to be brought from the vault. Any moment now.
Your Majesty, it's terrible. All the textbooks they're gone.
No, not the textbooks.
Yes, jackpot! Agnum, this isn't the time to be celebrating.
How can this be? Every volume of the Draconomicon gone.
This box is empty. Were they stored in here?
Yes, they were. All 14 volumes of the Dragoneer textbook series have disappeared. The Draconomicon.
14 volumes. Whoever did this, thank you.
But Father, our treasury's under heavy guard. And it's unlikely anyone's tampered with the locks.
Well, they are royal property. The intent was to keep them under lock and key until needed. Can't have been stolen.
If all reason says they should be there, but they simply aren't, then perhaps...
You think a grimoire is responsible?
There's a good chance that's it. We ought to at least confirm our suspicions.
Beg pardon? You think a grandma's devotion is responsible for this?
Father, I think we know what's going on. Can you let us handle this?
I'm still not sure I want to.
Yes, that is correct. The books in the vault have vanished, and the fault lies with the grimoire distortion. So it's true. And if we destroy that distortion, the books should reappear.
Do we really have to?
Don't say that. This is for Alfreda, too. Come on, let's go.
To eliminate this particular distortion, you'll need to wear a special outfit. But the only ones I have on hand are for girls.
Well, there you have it, Leston. You're gonna have to go in drag. Anything for the king, right?
What? Are you insane? I am not wearing women's clothes into a dungeon.
Then this duty falls to us. A simple enough condition.
They can at least come into the dungeon, right? You guys should join us. We gotta stick together.
Stick together? But everyone's just running off and doing their own thing. A mythical hot spring.
Yeah, here, take a look at this.
This is a map of Astoria, and a pretty old one, too. Where did you get this?
Bought it from Liz-a-Lot. A couldn't pass it up. I mean, come on, ancient maps? That's my thing.
It's all grubby and ripped. How can you even read this? So we're around here right now.
Huh? But this map's wrong. Look.
Not wrong, just outdated. It makes sense if you compare it with this newer map.
I see. So civilization simply spread as time went on and cities expanded.
Historical records like these can help you measure long-term changes over time. It's certainly interesting.
Right? But here's the really cool part.
That's a strange symbol. What's it supposed to mark?
That, my friend, is the mark of a hot spring.
Hot spring? A hot spring? A hot spring near this city? This is huge. We gotta go. We gotta go now!
Calm down, Rinna. Wait, that mark isn't anywhere on the newer map.
You're right. It's just a mountain range.
Whatever could it mean? Natural hot springs don't simply disappear.
Well, it didn't disappear. The hot spring still technically exists.
Strange wording. I assume that's for a reason.
I got curious, so I asked some travelers who'd been in the area. One guy had seen steam in the distance, and another smelled sulfur nearby. That sounds like a hot spring to me.
It sounds like it's probably nearby there at least, but why wouldn't it be on the newer map?
I talked to a guy who was looking to make a stop there on his travels. It sounds like he just couldn't get there. When he tried, he'd turn around and see the steam in the distance behind him.
Well, if he walked past it, then he could just retrace his steps.
Oh, he tried. He went back on the trail plenty of times, but every time, he somehow ended up going too far.
That's weird. I guess the path must have been totally hidden somehow.
Perhaps the path to this grotto was once clear, but at some point it was closed and the spring was forgotten.
I suppose that would explain why modern cartographers failed to account for it.
Yeah, see? So now I gotta ask, unexplained disappearances, weird sightings, any of this sound familiar, Yuma?
Familiar? Oh, it's a grimoire!
Bingo! I'm thinking one of those grimoire distortion things might be involved in this.
So if we get rid of the distortion, we can go to the hot spring?
Wow, that'd be great!
A hot spring, you guys! It sounds perfect. It's been so stressful lately. My shoulders are so sore.
Rinna? Why did you look at me when you said that?
Huh? I think you're imagining things, Yuma. Hot spring, hot spring, hot spring!
Would anyone care to explain all this commotion?
Oh, Xella, sorry, we didn't mean to disturb you. Were we being that loud?
I could hear you from across the street. You were speaking of a hot spring?
Oh, I get it. The princess wants to get in on this too, huh?
I said nothing of the sort. I was merely curious. I've never heard of any hot springs in this area, so...
Aw, you don't have to get embarrassed. You should totally come with us.
Hey, I'm glad you guys are excited and all, but you might be getting a little ahead of yourselves.
Yeah, we've got a distortion to take out first.
Yes, you're right. The path to the hot spring is being hidden by a distortion.
So I was right on the money! And if we get rid of it, we'll be able to get into this place?
Yes, but,
Woo! Hot spring, hot spring! Lady Kirika, we can wash each other's backs!
Hold on, Rinna. Alfreda, what's wrong? It seems like something's bothering you.
Yes. This distortion happens to cover a very wide area. Which means anything might be lurking inside. It could be quite dangerous.
If we can't simply stroll in, all the better. I prefer a challenge.
Wow, Excella's pretty fired up about this. You just want a good soak, right? Come on, you can tell us.
Absolutely not! There is clearly some unnatural force at play, and so we must work together to stop it.
Unnatural?
Oh, Genus! Good timing.
What are all of you doing here?
We'll explain later. For now, do you mind coming with us? You'd be a big help.
There's gonna be a prize at the end! Hot spring, hot spring, hot spring!
It kind of sounds like she's already not all here. Are we gonna be okay?
I'm really excited to see it too. I've never been in one before.
Well, we're not going anywhere until we beat that distortion.